Hello, my name is Daniela, and this is my individual presentation for semester project 6, the application for United Airlines Association. First of all, I would like to talk about the challenges related to the cloud provider. For this project, we have used Microsoft Azure Cloud Provider. From personal experience, I think there are a couple of challenges that a user can experience when using a cloud provider, especially when first time using a cloud provider. One challenge is understanding from the multitude of resources and services provided what is the best to be used in a particular case. Also, like figuring out the needed resources capacity for a project comes as a challenge, as it is not stated clearly what the capacity is better used for and what it will support. The next challenge is the managing finances. As the bigger capacity and the better functionality comes at a higher price, the financial challenges comes across also. Some of the resources are expensive and there is a need of thinking carefully and planning the budget and resources to be used. In this project, we didn't really have a financial problem, but we stumbled across it when creating a web application and when we didn't know exactly which capacity we need. Also, this kind of problem was with the storage database, as you don't know which capacity is better for your project. So you need a more research for this. Another challenge is managing resources. Usually there is multiple resources in one place or in multiple places, and managing them correctly can be difficult. Furthermore, for some resources, for example, the web application, the creation process initiates a new resource. And when you have many resources, it is hard to understand which is responsible for what. As the namings for the storages, for example, it's not descriptive. Also, error handling is one of the concepts that needs attention. From personal experience, sometimes there are unexpected errors that a user cannot understand and cannot fix. Accessing logs for the errors can be tedious, and understanding them itself comes with a challenge. One of the biggest errors for the project was when deploying the React application. The first time when deploying, it actually worked, but the next times it was crashing. There was multiple attempts to deploy it one more time, but it was the same mistake and the same error. The solution for this was not found through internet searches, even though some of you have stumbled across it. But luckily, we have found another way of deploying the application onto a web browser, this being deploying to a static web application instead of a normal or like regular web application. Next time, I would like to talk about the use of DevOps, the cloud computing, and the serverless computing. For this project, the use of DevOps aided the development process and made it easier to integrate new features and deploy them. The use of DevOps made the collaboration easier, and at the same time, I think DevOps has reduced complexity of managing an application. We didn't really have team management in terms of having a development team and an operational team so they can communicate with one another. But at the same time, we had both of us, the members of this group, have taken the roles of development and operation teams. But still, whenever we will have a bigger team and that will be responsible and a bigger project, DevOps is of really good use. Also, using the best practices of DevOps like agile planning, the version control, continuous integration and delivery pipelines, and the automated testing made it easier to actually implement new features through incrementations. So you have a feature, you implemented it, you committed it, then it goes to the integration, it got delivered, it got tested, and you have it on your web application or on your web browser. Another use was for the cloud computing. It was a completely new concept and some parts have been harder to understand at the beginning, but by the end of the project, I have managed to rise my level of expertise and experience in this, and I can say that I have completely changed my mind in regards to the cloud computing. it is easy to use and to implement different kind of software once you have more experimented with it more. Also, there is no need for buying expensive services at the beginning, as you can actually scale up or down your application. And also you can use a multitude of services that will be of a really good use in your application. The serverless computing has made traditional servers an abstraction. In our project, the serverless architecture comes in form of a function as a service. So basically, we're making use of Azure function to expose some information to the endpoints. And actually, when the React application exposes information, consumes information from the endpoints that were exposed by the Azure functions, the information loads up really fast. Next one is learning outcomes. In my opinion, cloud architecture can be used in the project. It is a strong tool nowadays for building any type of project. A website hosting is made really easier when having a cloud architecture, as it is cost effective and with little to no expenses. As an example, we can say that our static web application that is hosted and working for about 3 months, 2 or 3 months, has costed us $1. The database storage can be securely stored, and you can make sure that the data is not lost. Also, there is an easier way of accessing the information exposed to an endpoint when building a web application, as it can be hosted through a public domain. I think there are a lot of more functionality that can be implemented, but we didn't really make use of all of them in this project. The next comes the personal contributions. I can say that overall the team has worked on every aspect of the project. It was a fully mutual contribution. Also, of course, there are some parts that someone worked more, and for example, for me, the client React application was my primary focus. Also, writing project report and cloud user guide. But at the same time, setting up the CI/CD pipeline for the specific React application. For the other continuous integration delivery pipelines was responsible my group member, my teammate. The next one goes the cloud tools of choice. So we use Azure, and the use of Azure SQL database and Azure SQL Server made it easy to store data securely and access it. Also, the use of web application service has made it easy to expose endpoints that would be accessible from anywhere in the world if you have the endpoints. The use of static web application made it easy to host an application in a web browser with a really, really low cost. And also, it was an easier way of deploying. With this being said, this is my individual presentation and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice day, and bye-bye.